Okay, 17 minutes before 3 o'clock on Radio 90.5 FM, and this is the People's Station. And it feels very funny to be here this time of day on a Friday, but it takes me back 15 years ago, and I would sometimes be on the air on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I must be here for a very special occasion. And a very special occasion it is indeed, once again, for Radio 90.5 FM, 90.5 priding itself in always keeping on top of what happens out of Bollywood. And we've been telling you all day that if you stayed with us, you will have the opportunity of listening to an interview that will be conducted in just a few seconds with two people that have become known in this country. And I tell you, not just become known among the Indian listenership, but among all Trinidadians. And everybody refers to them as Dev and Radhika. Many people who are not even familiar with the name of the program rush home, and you say, why are you rushing home? And some of them can't even say Chhoti Bahu, they say, I'm rushing home to see Dev and Radhika. Well, I'm very happy to say to all of you listening there, that in our studios is Dev and Radhika. Welcome, Dev and Radhika.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So, first of all, let's get the right names of Dev and Radhika.
Yeah.
So tell us, Radhika, what is the name?
Rubina Dilaik.
So it's Rubina Dilaik. And Dev?
And Avinash, Sachdev.
Avinash, Sachdev. So now you know their names, and I guess you've forgotten that in a split second. You go back to saying Dev and Radhika. But you know your television show, and you've been to Trinidad before, I know, but your television show have become a household name here in Trinidad, as I'm sure in many other parts of the world. And tell us, how long ago did the first season of that show start?
It was end of June 2008. We started shooting, and the show went on air on 8th December 2008.
Yeah.
And we ended up our first season on 17th September 2010. And then again with season 2, with a very popular demand from our audience and fans. We came back on 15th of February 2011, which ran till May 13th, 2012.
Yeah.
So almost 4 years.
And Radhika, before, and if you don't mind me calling you Radhika, I'm doing this for the benefit of all listeners. But before doing this show, you were into acting? Was this a career you started doing?
Never. I would put it very simple. It was luck by chance. I was into extracurricular activities because I wanted to always see myself grooming as a versatile personality. So never thought of doing acting. But this happened to me that I had won a very regional pageant, Miss North India. Some 2 days prior, I was auditioned to this show. I was auditioned in North of India. I was got down to Bombay, did my look test, and the journey started.
And Dev, for you?
Yeah, I landed in Bombay in 2005, and Chhoti Bahu started in 2008. And in that meantime of 3 years, I have done a couple of shows. And in spite, I would like to give information to my fans that I've already played a main villain in a show also.
No, you couldn't be a villain.
Yeah, I was a
villain.
villain on Star Plus in a show called Kis Desh Mein Hai Mera Dil. I was playing a double role and both of them were negative. And after that, I got a break of Chhoti Bahu and my journey started.
Because in Chhoti Bahu, you are known to be the very good guy.
Yeah, it's the character what I portray. There I was portraying a bad boy.
Well, you know that doesn't surprise me, because a good actor can do just about any role, and that was something that we saw very clearly many years ago. I'm sure you all will remember. Your parents may be telling you of a very famous villain actor called Pran in Hindi films.
Of course.
And then Pran went on to the big award he won was for his role in Upkar, where he played a good guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And many people were quite surprised when Pran played a good guy. So maybe we need to get a television series with you playing a bad guy. See the other side of you. But so you both started about the same time. Did you know each other at that time?
No.
Never.
Even
Just an irony that I started shooting in June and he came for the shoot in August of 2008. till then, some 6 to 7 months of audition look test for the show. I had auditioned over 20 boys, over 25 boys, different boys, as Dev with me. Channel didn't like a certain boy because he was quite heighted, short-heighted, flabby. I didn't match the boy. So there were ongoing processes in and out. And fortunately or unfortunately, he was never auditioned with me. On my birthday, 26th August, his contract was signed, and on 28th of August, he lands down at the land of Vrindavan where we were shooting. It is known as the birthplace of Lord Krishna. We were originally shooting there. There he lands up for his first scene to be shot with me, and whole of the unit is waiting for the hero to come. And we had no clue who will be the hero. I was just assuming some out of those 30 boys that have auditioned. But there he lands, and we shoot our first scene together.
But in Chhoti Bahu, the underlying story is that of your worship to Lord Krishna.
Yes.
So maybe in real life on that day, Lord Krishna sent you.
Yes, and
Yes.
that too on the land of Lord Krishna itself.
Janmabhoomi, where he was
We
born.
known as we call it as Janmabhoomi, where Lord
Where
Krishna
Lord Krishna
has.
was born.
Would you say that is a coincidence, or would you say that
Yeah.
that is really something?
No, that's something eternal,
Eternal.
karmic connection, which till today I revere it and I remember it with great, great respect and dignity.
Well, let us surprise the viewing audience of Chhoti Bahu. That happened at that time, and maybe you'd like to share with them where your relationship is today.
Yes. It's with the eternal blessings of Lord Krishna, again I would say, the mighty third power, that since then, when we first met on the land of the birthplace of Lord Krishna, we have eternally bonded with each other in real life also.
So, there was a story that you would be getting married, or you have gotten married. Which is it?
It's still the same stories going on. We would be getting married.
So we can look forward to getting the invitation sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, but we haven't planned it yet.
Maybe you have to go back to that location where you were shooting that day when it happened and find
No,
out.
it's just because we have already married in the show 7 times. So I'm just taking precautions for the 8th time.
But so you've done that show. That particular series have come to a close. What are you doing next? What is next for Radhika?
For another Indian channel, Sony TV, I was doing Sas Bina Sasural, a very popular show, and which recently ended up. I was playing the character of Smiley. Altogether a different shade, a different character. It was a great enthusiasm playing something which I had played for nearly 4 years, and then switching over to a new character which was totally opposite.
And Dave, for you?
I just did a telefilm for Star Plus, and it's kind of a 1.5 hour film, which it's already on air in India. And for the listeners, for the fans in West Indies, they can log on to YouTube and search for Teri Meri Love Stories. So
Teri Meri Love Story.
Yeah, that's how they can reach to my movie.
Now, motion picture history, we have seen time and time again, not only in India, and forgive me, I hate saying Bollywood. I always felt that the Indian motion picture industry is so huge and so important that they did not need to use Bollywood to identify with Hollywood. I think it's the Indian motion picture industry, one of which every Indian should be extremely proud. But history will show us that many people like yourselves who had successful soaps on television, the next step for them would always be feature films. Is that in your plan, Radhika?
Yeah, that's what a telefilm is, a feature film.
Oh, it's a feature film.
Yeah, it's a 1.5 hour at once. It's not a series.
Okay.
It's a one-go film which was on air on Star Plus on 26th August. So probably those guys who have missed it, you can watch it on YouTube.
Are you looking? Is it in your plan and your aspirations to become a typical actor in feature films in the Indian industry?
Actually, I haven't thought about it. For me, work is important. I'm a lot of behind the camera also. I'm interested in cinematography. I'm also there in direction. I'm also there in editing. I'm also there in photography. So there's a lot to do in life.
If you had to, well, there's a lot to do in life. Your life have only just started. You've been married 7 times, but that's just started. But if you had to choose, you've named 5 aspects of motion picture, and you had to choose one, which would it be? Directing, being a director of photography, acting, which would it be?
If you ask me currently, it's acting, but I know for future it's direction.
And again, that has happened many times over in the industry, where good actors have turned to, we've seen that even in the American actors, to directing.
No, I started my
Manoj
career.
Kumar was a brilliant actor and became one of the best directors we know.
Yes.
I started my career in Bombay as an assistant director.
Ah,
I was also there with Farhan Akhtar in the movie called Rock On. I was
see.
assisting him.
So you've been bitten by the bug from
Yeah. It's a big bug.
And you, Radhika, do you see yourself? Is that one of your aspirations? Becoming going into feature films as we know them in India?
Acting in any sphere, be it a feature film, be it a daily soap, a series. I think for me what matters a lot is acting, which I've read for past 4 years. So for me, my work, it comes in any shape, I'm going to give it my 100%. And what shape it comes, it's time to decide.
One of the things that many actors and actresses go through is they get into acting and then they become family people. And we've seen that happen with many of them. And I don't, personally, I don't believe that once they become family people, they should say goodbye to their careers. I think I would like to see many of them continue acting on even beyond that. As we've seen some of them return, Madhuri Dixit has recently returned. We see Sridevi has now done a return film after a long time. Would you think that if you had a choice, would it be to become that family person, or you would continue your career?
To be very honest, I want to be a family person continuing the career, because it is the life partner who gives you the liberty of being an individual. If your life partner respects your individuality, it's worth being in a family.
Now, have you had this discussion with him? You took this opportunity to let him know this in advance.
No, he has given this opportunity to me, so it's.
Well, that I must tell you, if that is the basis on which the relationship is built, then it's one that's going to be, sound and lasting for all time, because that is very important. So, what Trinidad and Tobago and the rest of the world can look forward to from both of you in the future is continued careers in the film business.
Of course.
Actor, actress, and as you said, sometimes behind the camera. Have you, Radhika, ever thought of going behind the camera?
Yes. Not in technical terms, not as technicians or something, but I want to be a part of this industry, be it on screen or off screen, because now this industry has really become a part and parcel of my life. So, however it comes in the platter, I will of course accept it. But I want to be the integral part of this industry in any of the forms, and whatever forms it come, I'm going to give it my best and prove it myself in any sphere.
Today one of the problems in the world, and this is going to be my last question. One of the things that we have is young people not having a direction. Many of them, for many reasons. If you had to give a word of advice to the young people today, Radhika, what would that be?
From my side, anything you choose, you pick up, or you are in any situation, please give in your 100%, because you don't know what life has there for you.
Eve?
For me, I really think every youngster should think, what is that one thing which can keep them going throughout life? It can be music, it can be arts, it can be doctorate, it can be PhD, it can be engineering, whatever it is, but it should be one thing that can be, they should not get bored of it, out of it after some time. They should really pursue their career in that, and I really believe in that God gives one chance to everybody. You should know where your chance is and when it comes.
And I take it you're both devotees of Lord Krishna.
Yes.
And did that start only from the film, or was that always?
For me, it started from the film.
And
For
you?
me, I have an ancestral background of my family being devoted into Lord Krishna. His worshipping his temples and anything and everything related to Lord Krishna. It's been through my ancestral family history. I still remember my grandpa saying to me that we used to visit the birthplace of Lord Krishna, Vrindavan, Mathura. It's all in north, and they used to do. It's like a parade, or it's like a ceremony where you walk barefoot for 14 days. So it is known as Braj 84 Kos Ki Yatra. That yatra which is done, it is said to be how Lord Krishna, he was born on the land, how his whole childhood, his youth has. The land speaks about, narrates the story about his mischievousness, his playfulness, his lovingness. Every particle of the soil speaks of his story. And while you do this yatra, while you do this, this parade, when you for 14 days, you imbibe his spirit. So that's how my grandpa was telling me, and how I landed up in his land shooting for him, and he being the eternal bond between both of us, or between the show.
And the show
It's
being
magnanimous.
such that is what it was based on.
Yes.
Yeah.
So obvious that is more than just by coincidence of that. Radhika and Dave, let me thank you both for being here with us. I want to wish you both a very successful show tomorrow, and I hope you have a very pleasant stay while in Trinidad. And if there's anything we here at 90.5 and 9TV and this network can do while you're here, please feel free. We welcome you to 90 as part of the 90.5 family. And
Thank you so much.
if I may, I would like to ask you to do one thing as we close, and that is to say individually to our listeners, you're listening to Radio 90.5 FM. So,
All the listeners of Trinidad and Tobago, you are listening to the People's Station 90.5 FM.
very good.
All the listeners there, this is Avinash, Sachdev, the People Station Radio 90.5 FM. Let your heart and soul dance. Please listen to this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.